exam examples of percentage. You will find this from page 10 in the mathematics textbook, Y equals mx plus c to success, part 1, grade 10, 11. Okay, this is coming from there, from the textbook. What is the meaning of percentage? If it's n%, it means n out of 100. It's a fraction out of 100. So if it's 1%, it's 1 out of 100. And if it's 100%, it's 100 over 100, which is representing the whole number 1. Now, in this videos, I'm mostly going to concentrate on reverse percentage because that is the more challenging one. But I will include some of this also. Okay, so let's start. The cost of a travel magazine increases by 12.5% to 27.0. Calculate the cost of the magazine before this increase. So you always get this picture. This was the cost, then it increased, and this is now the new cost. Okay, so they tell you this new cost is 27, and they said it increased with 12.5%, but they want it before this increase. Can you see they are reversing back? And as soon as you get this feeling, then you must know the 100 is on top. But let me show you. So you take the 12.5, then you add it with the 100, and that's 112.5. So this is representing 112.5%, but you want 100%. Okay, so I'm always the one that I want, I put on top. So can I just show you here? Okay. So I'm basically going to say 100 over 112.5. I want 100. I want the full before the increase. And then I multiply it with the 27, the cost. And basically, I'm making use of this. I find the percentage. Okay, I find the 100. I'm finding a percentage of a quantity. So I'm giving, and I want an amount. I want the cost. So basically, I'm going to just say 100 over 112.5. I multiply and I get 24. So this book was costing 24 Namibian dollar before the increase. So the cost of the magazine was 24 before the increase. Okay. So it's almost like this, but this is, there I want 40%, and that's why the 40 was on top. But now I want 100%, and that's why I actually just swap that to. Let's go on. That was the increase. Now, Armand buys a student ticket for this, 436.8. This is a saving of, it's a saving of 16 on the full price of the ticket. Calculate the full price. So it's again, you buy the ticket, so less, don't forget, not increase, 16%. So that's why I will take 100 and I will subtract the 16%. So there I add it, and there I subtract the 16%. And after that, he's paying for the ticket, okay, 436.8. But again, I want to know, so I know this is 84%, but I want to reverse back. I want the full, I want this cost before the discount. So again, I want to reverse back. Do you see that? So again, I'm looking for the 100. So it's 100 divided by 84. I multiply and I get 520. So it was costing 520, and then you get the discount of 60. And now this is what he's paying for. So the full price of the ticket, 100%, was 520. Okay, that was very nice. Now I want you to again check the question. There it is. Just move down. See better. Okay, so let's do it again. I want you to stop the video, and I want you to do number 1. And as soon as you are finished, you can continue the video to make sure that you are correct. Okay, but I'm going to start. number 1. The number of tigers in India in the year 2014 was 226, approximately 30.4 greater than in the year 2010. Now, if you can always do it. It's 2010, then I move on to 2014. And now in 2014, it was 226. So basically, and that was an in greater means an increase. It was an increase of 30.48. I just show the percentage. So it was 100 and then it increased to this. Okay. And now again, I want this. So I want to reverse back. So it was 100, then it increased, then it is 130.48%. It was 100. And I'm looking for this one. So let me just write it a little bit better for you. So I'm going to say it was 100% and it increased. So always just look for increase or decrease or greater, smaller, less. Just see if it's up or down, if it's plus or minus. But this is plus. So now it is 130.48%. But again, remember, I'm looking for 100. I want the original. I want this one. So over that 130.48, and I multiply it with that 2226. And that will give me, and I'm first going to write the approx. So it's 1706.008. But they said to the nearest integer. So therefore, 1706. Okay. I want to tell you this. I was the other day at the High Commission of India because they actually bought AS level books for I think the Commerce region. And then they told me about this example of the tigers. And I think now they're doing it with the cheetahs, and they import some of the cheetahs also from Namibia. Very good. Okay, for the environment. So let's move on. Number 2. Again, I want you to do exactly the same. I want you to stop the video. I want you to try the example. As soon as you are finished, you can continue the video. Okay, let's start. Number 2. There were, okay, this is now in standard form. 3.08 multiplied 10 to the power 5 that made this journey in 2022. Okay. They were 12% decrease in the number of passengers that made this journey in 2021. So it was passengers. Find the number of passengers that made this journey in 2021. Okay, again, as I said, I like bringing in the years. So it's just helping you. So it's 2021, then 2022. And now let's fill in the data. They were that made this journey. So now they tell me that this was, and it's in standard form. Okay. This was a decrease, so it's minus 12%. Okay, don't forget that. That was in 2021. Find that. Okay, so now again they want this. But do you see? So this was 100%. Then I'm going to subtract. So let me just write it down. It was 100 minus 12, and that's 88%. So this is 88%, but I want 100%. Do you see that? So I'm going to say 100 over 88, and I multiply with this 3.08 multiplied 10 to the power. Can you still remember how to press it on your calculator? So it's 3.08, and then look for that key, EXP, and then 5. Then multiply by this. And then I'm getting an answer of 3.5 multiplied 10 to the power of 5. So give your answer in standard form. I think because it's three significant figures, I can make 3.50 multiply 10 to the power of 5. That was so the number of passengers in 2021. That was the value that I got. And that's how you do it. Let's start with example 2. In a sale, just want to highlight, in a sale, a shop reduced all prices. It's very important that you see the word reduce by 12%. Dina buys a book which has an original price of 65. Calculate how much Dina pays for the book. Now this is actually a combination between the old work and the reverse, and this is very important that you concentrate when you read this question. So if you look here, let's see number 8. She buys the original price is this, and then they reduce. So this is a straightforward. If I go to, let me just, previous page. I want to go to the previous page. Okay. So it's percentage increase and decrease. So increase, say, by 15%, then I just work out 15 and I add it. Or if it's decrease, I work out 15 and I subtract. So this is basically just straightforward, this one that I do. Okay, but let's start. So basically, I'm just going to say it was 100, I subtract 12 and it's 88. And I want 88, I want the reduction. So this is straightforward. This is, as I said, almost from grade 8 to 9. So it's 88 over 100 minus 65. And this is 57.20. So Dina pays for the book. So calculate how much Dina pays for the book. Easy, grade 8 stuff. Now we go on. Ellie pays 110 for a toy. Okay, now be careful. In this case, can I just show you here? So let's say original, and then it was the sale, and then it was minus 12%. So Dina, I know the original, and I wanted to see what was the sale price. But Ellie, I know the sale price, and I want the original price. Can you see it's a reverse now? So it's exactly the same. It's still 88%, but now I don't put the 88 on top. I put the 100 on top. And then I divide it by 88 and I get 125. So originally it was 125 before it was on the sale. Okay, so just make sure that you don't get confused. When do I move forward and when are they asking me to move back? Again, I want you to stop the video and I want you to do number 1. You can continue the video as soon as you are finished. Okay, let's start with number 1. In a sale, the original price, it's again a sale, so it's more or less the same, are reduced by 15%. Okay, so it's again original, then it's minus 15%, and this is now the sale price. So keep that in mind. Calculate the sale price of a book that has an original price of 120. So do you see? It's 120, and they want me to work out the sale. So it's just like the first one. Very easy. I'm just going to say, I can first go and say, I take 100 and I subtract the 15. And if I take 100 and I subtract, I get 85%. And I want to know what's 85. So I say 85 over 100 and I multiply it with that cost of the book, 120. And that will be 102. So therefore, the sale price of the book is 102. Okay, that is number A. Now comes number B. calculate the original of a jacket that has a sale price. So now they give me the sale price and they want me to reverse back to the original. So make for yourself an arrow that you can just see when it's reversed. So I'm still going to use this statement. Can I show you here? I'm still going to use that statement. So, but now, instead, I'm just going to put the 100 because I want the original. The original is 100. And I multiply it with that 382.5. And I'm getting on the dot 450. So, therefore, the original price of the jacket is 450. Okay, it's almost exactly the one like I showed you there, but nice. Okay, I want you again to do the same. I want you to stop the video and I want you to do number 2. Again, you can continue the video as soon as you are finished. Let's read number 2. In 2000, and it's actually nice if they give years because then you can see the forward backwards. Alfonso earned 320. Okay. He paid tax of 24%. Sorry. Okay. So Alfonso he paid tax of 24 on these earnings. Work out the amount of paid tax. So this is again straightforward. It's almost, can I take you back to the previous page? It's almost just going to say this one. Okay, we're just going to work out how much tax he's going to. So we are just going to say, and this is now A, and this is the first one. So he's going to pay 24%, and I work out what is 24% of 320,000, that's per year. And I get that he's going to pay 76800. So therefore, he paid tax of 76800. And that's how you do it. Okay, let's go to the second one. So this is again grade 8 stuff. In 2018, okay, so I'm writing that year, so don't forget the years. It's always nice to just control. Alfonso's earning increased by 7%. So he's going to increase by 7%. And now we will see. Work out his earnings in 2018. So again, it's again straightforward. Yeah, it was 100. It was 7. So it's now 107%. And I want to know what is, I want to know 2018. I want to know this. So I'm going to say 107 over 100. And I'm going to multiply it with the 320, 1, 2, 3. Now he's going to, I always like to bring the unit in later if I'm going to write a sentence. So just to spare a little bit of writing. So then I say, therefore, he earned 342,400 in 2018. Okay, so that is actually grade 8 stuff. Here comes grade B, which is grade 10, 11 stuff. So let's just go to number B. Gretel earned 365,150 in 2018. Okay, so remember, now she's going to put 365,150. Okay, this was an increase. So I know it's an increase of 9% on his in 2017. It's not his. I think it's rather on her earnings in 2017. Work out her earnings in 2017. So basically, I'm just going to say, okay, it was 100, and then I add the 9, and this was 109%. But I know 109. I want to know, I want to reverse back. Can you see that? So I'm going to say 100 over 109, and I'm going to multiply with 365150, and I'm going to get, if I do that, I'm going to get 335000. So therefore, she earned 335000 in 2017. Okay, that's very nice. Let's do the last one in this video. Again, I want you to stop the video and I want you to do number 3. You can continue the video as soon as you are finished. Okay, let's start. Christian buys and sells clothes. So he buys and he sells clothes. He buys a jacket for 400 and sells it for 454. Calculate the percentage profit. Can I just take, this is again grade 8, but I want you to take you back to. So percentage increase and decrease, it's this one. Do you see? So I'm first going to find the difference, and then I always put it over the original one. Over, not the big or the small, the one that it was. And that times 100. So this is now grade 8 stuff again. Okay. So that is the first part. We'll now go to the second. So I'm going to take the two amounts, and I think leave the units first there out. Say 454 minus 400, and that is just going to give me 54. Okay. And now I'm going to make a percentage, so it's 54 over, what was the original one? The one they mentioned first, over 400. And to make a percentage, I multiply 100. And that gives me 13, oh, let's just write it nice. That gives me 13.5%. That was nice, grade 8. Now comes grade 10, 11. He sells a dress for this, okay? After making a profit of 20. So that's what he sell, that's what he bought it for, or the cost. So he makes a profit of 20%. Okay, are you with me? And then he sells the dress for 426. But calculate the cost price. So I want to go back. You see, I want to go to the 100%. This is 120%. So it was that 100 plus the 20, that's 120. I know 120 is 426, but I want to know 100. What is the cost price? So then I'm just going to say 100 over 120, okay? And I times with 426. And that gives me 355. So therefore, okay, what was the question? Let's just go to calculate the cost. Therefore, let's go. The cost price of the jacket was 355. And that's how you do reverse percentage. So really just make sure. Sometimes in a question A part can be going forward, going back to grade 8 and 9 stuff, and then reversing back, then it will go to grade 10 and 11 stuff. Really not that difficult.